Welcome to Resort Hotel Atlantis, a beautiful 4-star family hotel situated on the coastline. Guests are accommodated in one of the 400 available suites, all of which have 4 beds and 1 sizable bathroom. During their stay, they have access to 2 breakfast areas, 3 different restaurants, 4 swimming pools, multiple relaxation facilities, and much more. The wide variety of services requires great accuracy in managing operations, especially during peak seasons like the summer holidays. According to us, everything revolves around capacity management, which is supported by mainly supply chain and facility management. To illustrate the interrelatedness, for one day we will follow a family with 2 kids, representing our main customer persona. They are coming midsummer during peak season. Please note that all of the following are fictive figures, merely representing a possible scenario. First, a fundament to build our story upon. The spine of capacity management is the reservation system, which holds everything from number of guests to the personal preferences. To be as efficient and cost-effective as possible, we use this information to power our chase demand strategy, meaning we adjust inputs so that outputs match demand. Furthermore, we use external numerical flexibility and wage flexibility to adjust to seasonal variations. Internal numerical flexibility and multi-skilling are used to adapt to more sudden changes in demand during a day or week. Now, moving on to the timeline. The operations start pre-arrival by preparing the room. During peak season, we have a high number of housekeeping staff. As approximate times of arrival and number of guests are registered in the reservation system, housekeeping can adjust their planning by changing the order of the rooms they clean. Thereby, they can spread the workload over the day. The Johnson family arrives at 10 a.m., so the rooms are prepared early that morning or the day before. Because housekeeping was well informed, they know how many towels to wash, amenities to buy, and beds to make. Our 24 hours front desk handles the Johnson's arrival. The weekly design capacity of our front desk is 24 times 7 equals 168 hours. However, there is also planned downtime, which we set at half an hour a day. Furthermore, we subtract another half hour for avoidable downtime, leaving us at 168 minus 7 equals 161 hours of achieved capacity. Our utilization percentage therefore lies at a high 95.8% and our efficiency at 97.9%. To manage this, front office, for example, reboots the system every night to avoid bogging the computers. Also, to smoothen the check-in process, we use a diffused queue. The Johnson therefore take a number ticket upon arrival. They are aware of their queue position. This has proven to decrease perceived waiting time, as any uncertainty has been disposed of. We now fast forward to the first full day for the Johnson family. The breakfast areas can both accommodate 200 guests with opening times from 7 to 11 a.m. This is to flatten out the peak moments. However, the Johnsons are still waiting in line to get their breakfast as they come in at rush hour, around 9. To avoid bulking, we have a mirrored breakfast, which is serving the same on 2 sides, therewith dispersing queues and decreasing waiting time. Of next vital importance is to prevent running out of certain food. Therefore, we use a time series analysis to determine how many guests will have breakfast at which times. By collecting these routines, we can also derive how many croissants the Johnsons eat every morning, how much orange juice they drink, and whether they take a banana for later. Supply chain management is also much aided by these statistics, as they provide a rigid basis to negotiate upon. We can offer our suppliers certain take-off guarantees in exchange for lower prices. Let's say we need 30,000 sausages a month during peak season, we can guarantee a 25,000 takeoff. Consequently, we can derive from economies of scale and, meanwhile, execute lean management. Now, the Johnsons will have choice from all different foods, they will not have a long and tiresome queue to stand in, and will experience a smooth flow of operations. After breakfast, the kids will make their way to the swimming pools, while mom and dad prefer to have a moment to themselves in the sauna and the hot pool. However, they come in at rush hour, as guests prefer the hot facilities when it's cool outside, and vice versa. These daily fluctuations are predictable, and cleaning, maintenance and restocking can therefore be planned outside opening hours or at very low occupancy. A new pile of towels can be stocked, relaxing fragrances can be refilled, and the sauna can get a quick sweep. By predicting the aforementioned fluctuations, we can avoid downtime and therewith save money on failure and appraisal costs. To further relax, the Johnsons have booked a massage in advance with use of a dedicated branch of our main reservation system. The system provides full control over the effective capacity. However, the kids keep yammering, so their parents decide to skip the massage and go straight to the pool. This results in a no-show at the massage, leaving an open slot of 45 minutes. Fortunately, this time can also be used to restock the oils, wipe clean the massage tables, preheat the hot stones, and catch up on the administration. Meanwhile, in the housekeeping department, it is the busiest time of day. Most guests have left their rooms, which give the housekeeping a multiple hour time slot to make the beds, add amenities and replace towels if requested. The swimming has made the Johnsons hungry, so they decide to go for lunch. In the morning, the first shift of chefs has made the necessary preparations such as slicing the vegetables, baking fresh breads and pressing the juices. As for breakfast, at lunch we also rely on a multiple queue system with mirrored buffets. The nourishment replenishing, however, is slightly different from breakfast, as guests who have had breakfast early will very likely also have lunch earlier. Therefore, we base lunch projections on historical data, see time series analysis, and adjust by current day breakfast statistics. In this manner, bacon and eggs will be ready right on time, bread will be dried out, and enough cutleries will be polished. Furthermore, the mirrored buffet gives us enhanced control over avoidable downtime. For example, if a guest accidentally drops their glass of juice, the queue can temporarily shift to the opposing side while a staff member will take care of the spill. After lunch, the Johnsons reside to the tennis court for a few games. However, the court is used on an FCFS basis, resulting in a queue. Consequently, the Johnsons decide to take a drink at the pool bar first. It is mid-afternoon and the place is extremely busy, which is why there are multiple staff members behind the bar spreading the queue and therewith reducing waiting time. As the Johnsons leave for their game of tennis and other guests move back to their rooms to freshen up, the bar is no longer in need of 3 barkeepers. This is where multi-skilling comes into play. A barkeeper whom, for example, is also a certified lifeguard, can take over the full-time lifeguard shift at 4 p.m. The other barkeeper, whom has affinity with other F&B departments, transfers to the restaurant or kitchen where they are making preparations for dinner. Investing in our employees is expensive, but multi-skilled employees can work full-time in different functions, making them extremely valuable assets. Next on the Johnsons program is the sea excursion. The first excursion lasted from 8 to 1, after which the boat was to be hosed down, the water tank refilled, F&B inventory restocked, clean dinnerware replenished, towels replaced, and of course gasoline to be tanked. To prevent overstocking, guests are to make a reservation in advance. For the excursions, we are also equipped with a special reservation branch in the reservation system, enabling us to match input to the desired output, to perfectly match demand. This again is part of our lean management and chase demand strategy. As this excursion has dinner included, we move away from the Johnsons for a bit and have a look at our 3 restaurants. All 3 have a 150-person occupancy, which is to be managed with use of another branch of our reservation system. Guests are to reserve all their dinners at the beginning of their stay, therewith enabling us to enhance our supply chain management. Think of how easy it is if we can order all supplies for our restaurants way in advance, not buying too much, but always buying enough. This also influences transport costs, see motion. As instead of many little trucks twice a day, we need only a large truck with supplies twice a week. Very related is the earlier discussed derivative of economies of scale. Back to the Johnsons, who had just returned from their excursion and have gathered in the main area along with other guests to enjoy some evening entertainment. The previously discussed F&B situations apply to this evening as well. From 10 p.m. onwards, the work in the back office is fully in motion. Towels, sheets, napkins, tablecloths and other textiles are cleaned at the laundry. F&B inventory is counted and new inventory is stocked, ready for the next day. From midnight onwards, the cleaning crew takes care of cleaning the public areas and replacing the bin bags. Specialized cleaning crews concern themselves with the pools and sauna, while security routinely checks the premises for any suspicious behavior. Furthermore, the breakfast area is prepared for tomorrow morning, the sunbeds are put back into place and anything out of the ordinary is taken care of. All with all, the Johnsons will wake up in a hotel that looks like it has been never used before. How exactly did we do that? We registered everyone in our main reservation system. Then we add all separate reservations like restaurants and excursions. That gives us a complete overview of the demand for each service. Now we can adjust our efficient capacity to match the achieved capacity to the desired demand. This is in line with our chase demand strategy. With the gathered data as our basis, we also have the upper hand with supply negotiations, therewith streamlining our supply chain management. At last, we know what facilities are used when and by whom, which enables us to put downtime outside opening hours and increase operational efficiency within each facility. Thank you for watching and kind regards from your #1 Fast Track group.